This grade 2 class explores the topic of water as it relates to expectations from the people and environment strand dealing with global communities. Students are invited to explore photographs from around the world, to examine them closely, and to notice similarities and differences between the area of the world they live in and abroad.
Today we're going to be looking at the whole world. Everything about the world. Okay? You're going to get an envelope of pictures. There's going to be tons of pictures in this envelope. And you're going to sort them into different categories. What were the important headings that we talked about? Okay, let's give me one. Give me one. Okay, food. What else? Yep. Climate. Shelter. What is shelter?
Language.
Language. Language is important, and we just said land, which is also landscape. Is there anything else I'm missing? Clothing. Yeah. Why do you think that's Jamaica?
Because Jamaica has a beach.
Has beaches. What else do we see in the background? Palm trees. Do we have palm trees in Canada? No. So now we know that we can start taking things out like, you know what, this is probably not Canada. Okay?
Jamaica has palm trees.
Jamaica has palm
Florida
trees.
has palm trees.
Florida has palm trees. Yup. Okay. So there's lots of questions we can come up with looking at this picture. There's lots of guesses that we might have as to where this is.
Students first examine the photos for details, first impressions and questions.
Because with all these questions, they kept coming up with questions, and questions. We weren't answering them as much, and so then that's where the research skills came in. And some of the students have been able to use Pebble Go to try to figure out some of their answers too. They could look up things under social studies, under landscape or climate or weather. We could also partner them up because we don't have enough computers for everyone, which is good. So now the kids that knew what they were doing were teaching the other kids.
Students then continue to explore, sort, and analyze photos, labeling them according to categories.
This will go on a bit of both because there's land and shelter in it. Land and shelter. How about this? What do you guys think about this? Yeah, I just think that's land.
Why do you think it's land?
Because there's lots of land there.
Why is it not shelter?
Because there aren't any houses. Look at the one I got. Look at the one I got. That one's like Egypt. Of course they live in Egypt. Okay. My guess is it would be shelter because the boys inside, so like outside the weather if it's cold or not cold.
Okay.
I think mine is land because all I really see is camels and the ground, so I think it's land, and I'm not sure, but I'm wondering if that's mountain or not. Okay, I would just want to say one thing. Can that be language too? Because it's Egypt. Because somebody's Egyptian. Because somebody right here could speak it. Yes, because people in Egypt write differently, speak different languages. Sometimes.
What do you guys think happened in this picture?
Earthquake.
To make the landscape go like what?
Earthquake.
It could very well be an earthquake. So where does this go if it doesn't go in clothing?
At the side. At the side.
Well, let's put it at the side then.
It's because it looks like they're standing things, but Miss Berry thinks it looks like a flood.
Okay. So again, with both of you, what could be two or three different things that could be?
This one?
Yeah.
It could be clothing and land. And climate and shelter. Oh,
Oh, this could be land and climate.
Land and climate. Tell me why.
Could be the dictionary and
It's a very dark day and people are outside and it looks like they just had a flood with their house.
I think it was great to see how excited they were, and they were not very many students were off task. I'd say they were pretty engaged, and
Yeah, and when you have a good task that the kids really enjoy, and
It was
they can get
hands-on.
in- and the hands-on, they do get engaged. You know, something I like to see was one child who in my class who can't sit still for 5 seconds usually, and is all over the place and then bouncing off walls some days. He was sitting with his group. He was coming up with the good answers. He was making the labels
justifying
then,
it, yeah.
Yeah, but then he was okay. Let's do it again, and he was almost bringing up those leadership skills that I wanted him to have.
And it tied into math, like their prior knowledge in math and sorting, and they were able to do that without very much instruction from us, I found.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were happy with the activity. I think they were happy too. They said they were excited.
To me, it was how well they worked in teams without anybody being really with them. You know, they worked very cooperatively. They listened to each other. They took turns. And those are the things, those are the skills you want your students to develop as they work in groups. So it was quite evident they had had that experience previously.
Good.
This wasn't the first time that they were, you know, working together. So they were doing all that problem solving.